Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, broadcasting from my hidden base at the center of the Earth, and there are signs of confusion, uncertainty, and pessimism behind the scenes at Disney in regards to the troubled Star Wars franchise. Recently, there was a full-court press in the mainstream media trying to sell the idea that Rey is the future of Star Wars. Both The Hollywood Reporter and Variety, in other words, the usual propaganda suspects, proclaimed that the amazing Wonder Rey, the bestest ever, was the future of Star Wars, that Rey was the most valuable cinematic asset Lucasfilm possesses, and that not only was there going to be a Rey movie, but a Rey trilogy, 3 Rey movies, 4 Rey movies, 4 more chances for her to know everything and do everything betterer than anyone ever doed. Everyone was talking about it, mostly with horror, and yet, within a week of all that, Disney not so quietly yanked the previously scheduled Rey movie off the release schedule for 2026, pretty clearly sending a message, yeah, about that Rey stuff, maybe not so much, yeah? And just like that, the full court press to crown Rey queen of that galaxy far, far away just stopped dead in its tracks. Almost like at Lucasfilm, one hand didn't know what the other was doing. There's a decided lack of confidence at Lucasfilm and Disney when it comes to Star Wars these days, as a couple of recent stories seem to indicate, my friends, an uncertainty regarding the direction of this damaged franchise, evocative of Billy Crystal in The Princess Bride. When it comes to Star Wars, is it mostly dead, or is it all dead? That is the question fans and Disney are grappling with. Is there a way forward? And if so, what the hell is it?
Well, you got Skeleton Crew coming up, an attempt to inject a little innocent fun into things again. But then you got Andor coming up, which is going to suck all the fun right out of things again. Not that Andor is bad, it's actually quite good. But fun? No. Not unless you think grim military stuff with a guy we know is already dead counts as fun. And then, unfortunately, we have Ahsoka coming up, the black hole of fun.
Yes, most unfortunately, Harvey Cthulhu, Ahsoka Season 2 is coming. But there are 2 pieces of good news about Ahsoka Season 2. Good news number 1, Season 2 isn't coming out until sometime in 2026. So, as a reviewer, I have at least another year and a half before I have to use coffee intravenously to stay awake through another interminable episode of Ahsoka smirking while taking long pauses that would make William Shatner blush. Safety note, folks, do not use coffee intravenously. It will kill you. And good news number 2, the next season of Ahsoka may well be its last. That's right, my friends. According to an article on The Direct titled Star Wars is Saying Goodbye to Ahsoka with Season 2 Conclusion Plans, Disney is preparing to put Ahsoka out of our misery. And yay, there was much rejoicing in Xanadu.
Yay!
In this article, they write, quote, Ahsoka's Disney Plus story may be wrapping up sooner than expected. According to scooper Daniel Reichman, Lucasfilm is planning a fitting conclusion for Ahsoka Season 2 in case it isn't renewed for a 3rd season. If so, Star Wars fans should expect answers and reunions in the Season 2 finale instead of further cliffhangers and suspense.
Wait a minute. Further cliffhangers and suspense? That implies there were cliffhangers and suspense in Ahsoka Season 1, and shit, I don't remember any of that.
Well, Harvey Cthulhu, neither do I, but to be fair, I think it's entirely possible we both fell asleep. Ahsoka is the closest thing you can get to Ambien without a prescription, but I digress. The real point here is, given that Ahsoka is the Schrodinger's cat of Star Wars right now, both canceled and renewed, it's safe to say the path forward seems confused and murky, as the article points out, quote, It's important to note that Star Wars hasn't canceled Ahsoka yet, as a Season 3 is possible, but what this uncertainty says about the continued future of the Disney Plus Mandoverse and the studio's confidence in Ahsoka is unknown. Well, I think it says some things, but never mind. Ahsoka's second and potentially final season will have a lot to resolve, particularly given the expectations from Thrawn creator Timothy Zahn that the Grand Admiral will hit his stride in the next batch of episodes, unquote.
Well, judging by the photographic evidence, Thrawn should have hit his stride in the gym before Season 1 started filming. But setting that aside, the character of Thrawn is already past redemption, screwed before he even got started. I mean, Thrawn couldn't capture Ezra, even though he was out in the wide open, surrounded by nothing but space rock turtles with slingshots and empty wastes for years, with stormtroopers, TIE fighters, a Star Destroyer, and space witches at his disposal. No matter what you do, you can't recover from that level of incompetence and impotence. Still, Thrawn should lay off the linguini. That much is certain.
I'm hoping Skeleton Crew is good, O Skull of Calderon. I really am. I hope it's fun and a breath of fresh air, though I'm skeptical because it doesn't feel like Star Wars at all in the trailers. Andor's wrapping up with Season 2, which is a shame because it actually was a high-quality show, even if it wasn't much fun, and again, did not seem like Star Wars. Meanwhile, adding to the uncertainty and confusion, it seems like another Star Wars project bites the dust, as Taika Waititi is hinting that his Star Wars movie is dead, according to Matt McGloin at Cosmic Book News. In his article, Matt writes, quote, Taika Waititi seemingly teases that his Star Wars movie is indeed dead, which lines up with insiders told us back at Comic-Con. Star Wars actually seems like it's in a state of flux. Aside from Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka Season 2, there doesn't seem to be any concrete plans for the future of Star Wars. Skeleton Crew debuts next month but may not get a second season. Likewise, Andor premieres its second season next year but won't be getting a third season. Disney also canceled The Acolyte after only one season following disastrous ratings. The Star Wars release date for the Rey movie has also been yanked, unquote. So, there you have it, my friends. Star Wars is in a superposition state of quantum uncertainty right now. Many fans believe it's dead and long buried. Others believe they can discern a very faint pulse in its stilled body. And yet, there's mostly dead, and there's all dead. Here's hoping Skeleton Crew can work a Christmas miracle. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha